And you are live.
Great, thank you, Madeline. A quorum being present, this meeting of the Annapolis Historic Preservation Commission for 23rd February 2023 shall come to order. The commission operates pursuant to the land use article of the annotated code of the state of Maryland. Local authority for the commission is derived from municipal code of the city of Annapolis, chapter 21, section 56. The purpose of the HPC is to preserve sites, structures, and districts of historical, cultural, archaeological, and architectural significance. Requirements for serving on the commission are detailed in chapter 21, section 806. The HPC operates under the State of Maryland Open Meetings Act, and therefore no pending application shall be discussed between or among commissioners outside the public hearing. Okay, next on our agenda is roll call. We have Commissioner Will Scott, Commissioner Bobby Collins, who serves as Vice Chair, Commissioner Bill William, Commissioner Kim Finch.
Here.
I do expect our other two commissioners to join us soon. We also have with us staff John Tower. Our recorder is Kimberly Consoli. And I did say Kim Finch, right?
I said here.
Good, thank you. My tiles moved around in my Zoom. Thank you. And Jackie Rouse from Planning and Zoning is also joining us this evening. Okay. We have one item on the agenda tonight, which we discussed a week ago, Tuesday, at 80 Compromise Street. Just slight deviation from the agenda. It is eligible for the consent docket. The consent docket is a procedure which enables us to move through an application which has already been reviewed and commented on and revised and has no opposition from the public and received positive approval from a recommendation for approval from staff and technical advisors. So the application we have tonight at 80 Compromise Street is eligible for the consent docket. So for those that are listening, go ahead if you wouldn't mind promoting the applicants, and then we'll talk through the procedure.
All right, they should be on in a minute.
There we go. I see Christopher, welcome. Samantha, welcome. And Patrick, welcome. So thank you for joining us this evening. Your application is eligible for the consent docket, which means you do not need to further present. And if you would like to present, you can, but you provided a lot of information in our last meeting, and the revised application is in front of us. And therefore, we can move fairly quickly to a vote unless you would like to present.
Well, I was going to do my Monty Python soliloquy.
There you go.
You heard that? Oh my
gosh! The public can hear us. The public can hear us before we go live.
Which is one of my favorites, but that's fine. I don't have to do that this evening.
Okay, that's appropriate. Therefore, I can take a vote. If you don't have anything else to say, I can take a motion to accept 80 Compromise Street, this application on the consent docket.
I move that we approve the application for 80 Compromise Street as it is consistent with guidelines A3, D29, and City Code section, 21.640.580.B.4.B. And it has one condition on it, and that is based on the requirement of the applicant to apply the proposed camouflaging film to the antenna. And if they could let us know that they accept that condition.
That is acceptable.
All right.
I second the proposal.
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All abstain? All right. The application is approved.
That was the easiest and the quickest ever, and I very much appreciate the commission's indulgence on that.
No, we appreciate your working with us on the process, and we look very much forward to seeing this application.
Well, and hopefully you don't see it. That's the goal.
Yeah. I
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Mr. Leahy.
All right.
All right. Have a
Thank
good rest of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Thank
Have a
you.
great evening. Thank you so much.
Take care. All right. Next on the agenda is other business. Any other
Uh,
business?
So let me ask this question. This is a qualifying question. We cannot speak outside of a public hearing about a pending application, but can we, in this meeting, speak about a pending application?
I think we lost something John was saying.
Oh, did I not come through?
Your image froze
Oh,
and the gap seemed to have something in there, I think that you said, but your
Okay.
image was frozen and we couldn't hear.
they were probably forbidden words, and my iPad was trying to get me to not say them. So this is just a point of procedure.
Yeah.
We can speak. We cannot speak about a pending application outside of a public hearing. Can we speak about a pending application within a public hearing or this meeting?
Are you saying something that's not on the agenda, basically?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. That's a good, we shouldn't be speaking about the particulars of any application. We can speak about potential issues that a future application might have on code or guidelines or things like that, but we shouldn't be talking about a specific potential application in a session like this. It is appropriate for the applicant to speak to you, of course, or any individual commissioner to speak to you. But
Okay. I was
we
just
really
hoping
should
that-
wait until a pre-application occurs.
Right. So
I-
if you're looking for guidance, you can look to each of us individually, is what I'm saying. Will, go ahead.
Yeah, in my experience chairing the planning commission, I agree with what Tim has said, because we're disadvantaging the applicant. We're talking about issues, concerns, aspects of the application without them having a chance to respond and observe.
Yes.
I think they could make case out of that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if I can turn this into hypotheticals then, but it's
That's up to Tim.
right.
Yeah, I would, unless it has, I would, it's not on the agenda. If you're looking for guidance on a general topic, as we discussed, for instance, in sidewalk cafes, when we were talking about revising a specific guideline, that would be appropriate. But unless you're interested in something else, I wouldn't do that in a public meeting. I would pursue that individually with each of us.
Well, then I think I can make an announcement.
Okay.
I think that Bill Williams' suggestion to put antenna within the false mansard of certain buildings should be explored, and I'm going to try to do that.
Okay.
And I don't know if I can be successful.
Well, that's
I know, right. I don't know if it will be successful, but I thought it was a good idea.
great idea.
Right.
Okay, and hello, Leslie has just joined us. We voted on consent docket on the one item on the application, so thanks for joining us tonight. Any other, I only have one really quick. I am moving ahead on the application from MHT for the grant for the revision of the guidelines. It is due Monday, and it's in good shape. I should be able to finish without a problem. It's been fun to do.
And then I will be hopefully sending you a draft letter tomorrow.
Okay.
And I did speak to the mayor about the changes in guidelines and trying to achieve the grant, and and I'm also looking for that additional 15% matching funds. But hopefully tomorrow will be a productive day.
I'm putting it in the budget. It could occur in this budget year. It also could occur in next budget year, but preferably this budget year.
So I do have an announcement. There has been no official announcement for the successor to Michael Laplace, and that includes an acting director for planning and zoning.
Mhm.
So I had said that Tom Smith would be taking the position. That was unfortunately a suggestion from Michael Laplace. I've lobbied for it, but I don't know that I'm going to be successful.
All right.
Do you know, can you discuss, if you do know, why he left? He seemed like a young, vigorous fellow who'd only been here for what, a year and a half?
10 months?
11 months. And I'm going to tell him that you said that. Michael, you're young, you're vigorous, don't leave. Always forgotten. We'll rescind your resignation. I think that there may have been more contention with issues such as workforce housing and some of the larger developments. And I know certainly that city council on some occasions was bruising. And,
I had heard something to that effect.
right. So,
My
however,
sympathies to you and to Jackie and all.
right. So I've been with planning and zoning now for 4 years, and we will soon be on our 4th director of planning and zoning. I'm not sure what that says about the process
I'll tell you what it
or the
says.
position.
I'll tell you
Actually,
exactly
five
what it
if you
says.
include- Okay, so it's actually 5 if you include the 6
Oh,
months
yeah,
that
dump
we
on,
had
pile on.
an acting director.
Remember, I was on the planning commission for most of Eileen Fogarty's tenure
Mhm,
and most, if not all, of John Harrison's.
mhm.
During that time, I never saw either of them treated as harshly or as unfairly as council has since Mayor Panelides, among his many mistakes, removed John from his position.
Happy, confident woman. She values herself. She
I can't imagine working with our city council. If they're just, as a staff person.
Okay.
You can
Alright.
quote me on it.
We've reached a point where we really need to have a director who stays for at least the remainder of Mayor Buckley's term. I mean, it's very difficult to function
Yeah.
in the environment we've been functioning in the last several years. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just been really, it's just incredibly difficult.
Well, we appreciate your hanging in there.
Yep.
So,
Yes, Jackie,
Oh.
aren't you now the senior member of the staff?
yeah, but it doesn't, but yeah.
No, I'm just congratulating
Right.
you on your.
Oh, well, yeah,
Congratulations.
that I have managed to, but I think almost every day about retiring because it's just become so difficult
Okay.
to work there.
You are
appreciate it.
not allowed
Yes,
to
there we
say
go.
that word again.
All right.
Well,
Since I'm going for a record tonight, this is great, and we do appreciate all of your hard work, both you and Jackie. But we probably should move on to our next topic, which is actually a motion to adjourn.
Don't
So
move.
moved.
Second? Thanks, everybody. All in favor?
Hold
I'm
on.
only rushing because I have a film study group that meets simultaneously